Topic of the video. Lesson 2 Rdbms textbook question and answer solution. Note: answers are set pretending as they are for 4 marks questions. Question 1. Answer the following questions in brief. Q1. What is Place SQL? Answer. 1. Place SQL stands for Procedural Language, Structured Query Language and is Oracle's procedural language extension to Structured Query Language (SQL). 2. It provides data manipulation and query capabilities, and enables developers to create robust applications. 3. Place SQL is a block-structured language, meaning it has logical structures such as conditionals, loops, and subprograms that are nested to form blocks of code. 4. The language supports the development of stored procedures, functions, packages, triggers, and more. 5. Place SQL code can be used interactively from within an Oracle application or through batch processing. 6. Place SQL can also include Java code and is integrated with the Oracle database server. Q2. State advantages of Place SQL. Answer. 1. Following are advantages of Place SQL. I. Productivity. E. Security. E. Performance. IV. Compatibility. V. Flexibility. 2. Increased productivity. Place SQL reduces the amount of time spent on coding, debugging, and testing by allowing developers to reuse existing packages and code. 3. Enhanced security. Place SQL enables code to be securely stored in the database and provides greater control over user access to sensitive data. 4. High performance. Place SQL is faster than procedural languages such as COBOL and C++ because it is compiled using just-in-time compilation. 5. Compatibility. Place SQL is compatible with Oracle databases and can integrate with other Oracle products, such as Java and XML. 6. Increased flexibility. Place SQL supports dynamic SQL, which allows developers to construct and execute SQL statements at runtime. Q3. What is an exception? Answer. 1. An exception in Place SQL is an error raised during the execution of a Place SQL program. 2. It can be a system-defined exception or a user-defined exception. 3. System-defined exceptions are raised implicitly whenever an Oracle database encounters an error in a Place SQL statement. 4. User-defined exceptions are raised explicitly when a programmer wants to signal a predefined error condition. 5. Exceptions can be handled using the exception block, a sequence of statements that take appropriate action after an exception occurs. Q4. What are the parts of Place SQL blocks? Answer. 1. Place SQL is a block-structured language, meaning it has logical structures such as conditionals, loops, and subprograms that are nested to form blocks of code. 2. Following are the parts of Place SQL blocks. I. Declaration section. E. Execution section. E. Exception handling section. IV. Anonymous block. 3. Declaration section. Here, all the required declarations, such as variables and cursors, are declared. 4. Execution section. This is the main body of Place SQL block, which carry out the task specified in it. 5. Exception handling section. This section contain exception handlers which programmed to handle the exceptions. 6. Anonymous block. This is the complete structure of Place SQL code, which contains declaration, execution, and exception handling sections. Q5. Explain in brief about triggers. Answer. 1. A trigger is a stored program in a database that is automatically executed when certain conditions are satisfied. 2. A trigger can be configured to fire when a particular event such as insert, delete or update occurs on a specified table or view. 3. Triggers are generally used to maintain the integrity of a database by implementing data integrity checks and data modification audit trails. 4. Triggers can also be used to create complex cascading relationships between tables, such as cascading deletes and updates. 5. Triggers are written in Place SQL and are associated with a particular table or view. 6. When an event occurs, all associated triggers are fired in the order they were defined, executing the code defined for each. 7. Triggers execute one or more SQL statements before or after the event, depending on the trigger type. 8. Triggers can be used to update views, execute custom business logic, audit data changes, enforce data integrity, or perform other tasks. Q6. Write a syntax tool creating a trigger. Answer. 1. A trigger is a stored program that fires automatically when an event, such as an insert, delete, or update, occurs against a particular table. Triggers are used to implement complex business rules that cannot be specified using integrity constraints. 2. Syntax. Create OR replace trigger _name before after insert OR update OR delete of column _name on table _name referencing old as O new as N for each row. Declare local variables begin trigger body end. 3. Example. Create OR replace trigger TG_prevent deletion before delete on employee for each row. Begin raise application error -20001 deletion of employee information not allowed end. Q7. Explain the difference between predefined and user-defined exception. Answer. 1. An exception in place SQL is an error raised during the execution of a place SQL program. 2. Predefined exceptions are internally defined exceptions in place SQL, while user-defined exceptions are exceptions that the user creates. 3. Predefined exceptions are predefined in Oracle, while user-defined exceptions require explicit definition by the user. 4. Predefined exceptions are named in uppercase letters and have an associated error code, while user-defined exceptions do not. 5. Predefined exceptions are already defined in place SQL, while user-defined exceptions must be declared and raised explicitly. 6. Predefined exceptions are coded in a block which invokes the raise statement, while user-defined exceptions are coded in a separate block with the exception name and number. Q8. What are the cursor attributes? Answer. 1. Cursor attributes in place SQL are used to retrieve information about the active set by providing details such as the number of rows and columns in the current query, which row is currently being processed, and how many times the cursor has been opened or closed. 2. Cursor attributes are used to get the row information from the current cursor. 3. There are 6 cursor attributes in place SQL such as %ISOPEN, %found, %NOTFOUND, IV%ROWCOUNT, V%bulk_ROWCOUNT, Vi%bulk_exceptions. 4. The %ISOPEN attribute is used to check if a cursor is open or not. 5. The %found and %NOTFOUND attribute is used to check if the last fetch operation returns any row. 6. The %ROWCOUNT is used to get the number of rows that are fetched from the cursor. 7. The %bulk_ROWCOUNT will get the number of rows that is affected by the bulk operations on a cursor. 8. The %bulk_exceptions will retrieve any exceptions occurred during the bulk operations on the cursor. 9. What are the differences between stored procedure and trigger? Answer. 1. Stored procedures are predefined sets of procedural code stored in a database, whereas triggers are defined to automatically execute an action in response to a specific event. 2. Stored procedures can accept parameters and process data while triggers cannot. 3. Triggers are defined at the table level while stored procedures are defined independently of any table. 4. A stored procedure can call multiple SQL statements, logic, while triggers can only execute a single statement. 5. Stored procedures can be used to encapsulate business logic and perform complex operations, while triggers are mainly used for implementing data integrity. Question 2. Answer the following question. Q1. What a package in place SQL? Explain in detail with proper example. Answer. 1. Place SQL packages are a collection of related place SQL structures, such as procedures, functions, variables, constants, curses, and exceptions. 2. They are stored in the database with a given name, enabling an application to call them from any place SQL block, procedure, or function. 3. For example, suppose you want to create an accounting system that allows customers to track their spending for each month. You could create a package called accounting that includes several procedures and functions for calculating monthly expenses and running reports. This package could be called from other applications or stored procedures, allowing customers to access their financial data whenever needed. 4. Package specifications consist of declarations that define the package components and their characteristics, such as the names and data types of the parameters they accept. 5. The package body contains the executable code for the components and references to other database objects, such as tables and views. 6. Here is an example of a simple package. Package specification. Create or replace package account management. As function getMonthly report. P_month int. This function returns a monthly report of expenses. Return VARCHAR2. Procedure add record. P_account number int. P_description VARCHAR2. P_amount number. End account management. /7. Explanation. In this example, we have declared a function called getMonthlyReport that takes an integer parameter and returns a varchar2 value. We have also declared a procedure called addRecord that takes three parameters, an integer, a varchar2, and a number. Q2. Write a place SQL procedure to change the salary to 15,000 of an employee having emp_id 101. Answer. Create or replace procedure change _emp_salary, emp_id in number, updated _salary in number. As begin, update employees. Set salary equals updated _salary. Where emp_id equals emp_id. End. / execute change emp_salary, 101, 15,000. Q4. What are the different data types in place SQL? Explain in detail. Answer. The different data types supported in place SQL are as 1. Character data types. Char and VARCHAR2 are two character data types used to store character values. The char data type can store up to 2,000 characters and the length of the string must be specified while declaring this data type. The VARCHAR2 data type is similar to the char, but can store up to 4,000 characters and length of the string is optional. 2. Numeric data types. Number is the numeric data type in place SQL which can store numbers of any precision, scale and range. 3. Long data type. Long data type is used to store up to 2 GB, 2,147,483,647 bytes of character data. 4. Date data type. Date is the data type which is used to store a valid date in Oracle database. 5. Binary large objects blob. Blob data type is used to store large binary objects such as images, audio, video and documents. 6. Raw and long raw data types. Raw data type is used to store small amounts of binary data up to 255 bytes. The long raw data type is used to store larger amounts of data up to 2 GB, 2,147,483,647 bytes. 7. Boolean data type. This data type is available from Oracle Database 12c Release 1.12.1 and is used to store Boolean values i.e. true, false and null. Q5. What are different operators in place SQL? Explain in detail. Answer. Place SQL operators are the symbols used to carry out operations on one or more operands. The following are the different categories of operators available in place. 1. Arithmetic operators. These operators are used to perform arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Examples include plus, asterisk. 2. Comparison operators. These operators are used to compare two values and determine their relationship. Examples include equals, less than, greater than, less than equals, greater than equals, less than greater than. 3. Logical operators. These operators are used to combine multiple conditions and evaluate the result. Examples include AND, OR, NOT. 4. Bitwise operators. These operators are used to perform bit-level operations on binary values. Examples include AND, caret. 5. String operators. These operators are used to manipulate and concatenate strings. Examples include concat. 6. Set operators. These operators are used to combine data from multiple queries and return a single result set. Examples include union, intersect, minus. Q6. Explain in detail about character functions used in place SQL. Answer. In place SQL, character functions are used to manipulate strings and return values derived from the manipulation. This includes functions such as substr, instr, length and concat. 1. The substr function will allow you to select a subset of characters from a larger string. It requires 3: a target string, an offset or beginning position of the characters you want to return, and the number of characters you would like to extract from the original string. 2. The instr function is similar to substr, but it doesn't require you to specify the number of characters to extract from the string. Instead, it returns the position of any given string within a target string. This can be used to find the position of a specific word or substring. 3. The length function will return the length of a specific target string. This can be helpful when you're looking for strings of a certain length or need to return the number of characters in a certain string. 4. The concat function combines 2 or more strings into a single string. This can be used to format data into a particular output format. Q7. Explain in detail about numeric functions used in place SQL. Answer. Numeric functions in place SQL are used to manipulate and calculate numerical data stored in databases. These types of functions are typically implemented as part of a SQL query and include operations such as adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing numbers. Common numeric functions include avg, sum, min, and max. 1. Avg. This function calculates the average value of the expression provided in its argument. It is usually applied to a field containing numerical values and can be used in combination with the group by clause of a select statement to perform calculations on subsets of data. 2. Sum. This function adds up all of the values of the expression provided in its argument. It is usually applied to a field containing numerical values and can be used in combination with the group by clause of a select statement to perform calculations on subsets of data. 3. Max. This function returns the highest numerical value of the expression provided in its argument. It is usually applied to a field containing numerical values and can be used in combination with the group by clause of a select statement to perform calculations on subsets of data. 4. Min. This function returns the lowest numerical value of the expression provided in its argument. It is usually applied to a field containing numerical values and can be used in combination with the group by clause of a select statement to perform calculations on subsets of data. Q8. What are the different control structures used in place SQL? Explain with proper syntax. Answer. Following are control structures in place SQL. 1. If then. Syntax. If condition then statements. End if. This statement executes the statements within it only when the specified condition is true. 2. If then else statement. Syntax. If condition then statements. Else statements. End if. This statement executes the statements within the then block when the specified condition is true and executes the statements within the else block when the specified condition is false. 3. Case statement. Syntax. Case expression. When value _1 then statements. When value _2 then statements. Else statements. End case. The case statement is similar to the if then else statement, but it evaluates multiple conditions simultaneously. The expression is compared with the value _1, value _2, and so on. When the value matches the expression, then the corresponding statement is executed. 4. Loop statement. Syntax. Loop. Statements. End loop. This statement executes the statements within it repeatedly, until the loop condition is no longer true. 5. For loop statement. Syntax. For index in lower _bound, upper _bound loop. Statements. End loop. This statement iterates through a sequence of numbers between lower _bound and upper _bound, each time assigning the index the value of the number of iterations that have occurred. 6. While loop statement. Syntax. While condition loop. Statements. End loop. This statement executes the statements within it, as long as the condition is true. 7. Exit statement. Syntax. exit less than label greater than when condition. This statement terminates the loop or statement block in which it is used and transfers program control to the end of the loop or statement block. The label is optional and is used when multiple loops or statement blocks are nested within one another. The condition is also optional and is evaluated in the when clause. When the condition is true, program control is transferred to the end of the loop or statement block. Q9. Write a place SQL block to find maximum of 3 numbers. Declare num1 int, num2 int, num3 int. Begin num1 equals num1, num2 equals num2, num3 equals num3. If num1 greater than num2 then. If num1 greater than num3 then. DBMS underscore output. Put underscore line number 1 is greatest. Else. DBMS underscore output. Put underscore line number 3 is greatest. End if. Else. If num2 greater than num3 then. DBMS underscore output. Put underscore line number 2 is greatest. Else. DBMS underscore output. Put underscore line number 3 is greatest. End if. End if. End. Q10. What is a function? Explain with suitable example. Answer. 1. A function in place SQL is a named place SQL block that can take parameters, perform various calculations and return the result of those calculations. 2. A function always returns a single value. 3. For example, the following function calculates the area of a rectangle with length and width given as create or replace function get underscore rectangle underscore area. P underscore length number. P underscore width number. Return number is L underscore area number. Begin L underscore area equals P underscore length P underscore width. Return L underscore area. End.